Uh, Back again. This is Q-Doma once again. And today we are playing a game called SuperHot. Funny thing about that with this game is, it has a weird name, but it's cool. I don't know if it has any story or whatever to it, but it's something I heard about on Game Rank. So shout out to Jake Baldino for telling me about that game. Sorry it took me so long to get to that game. I hope all of y'all are having a great day, for what it's worth. Alright. Alright, what I'm doing is leaving this chat bull crap behind. I don't need to go through this. Download, sending file. Read me. Alright, here we go. Weird little game, but I don't know. I like weird stuff. It's got some strange sound effects going on with it, but I'm here for it. Alright. That's what I'm talking about. Time moves only with you. Oh, did someone shoot at me? Okay. Weird. You never get over that. That super hot. Speaking of super hot, it's super hot here in Maryland. For anyone that's living out here, it is super hot. Alright, we got two buddies. None of them got guns. It was a setup. Oh yeah. About to get it. Alright, that was not too bad. Something I want to talk about though today. I was watching Maximilian, and he was doing a thing about what was he doing a thing about? He was talking about KI, and for those of y'all that don't know what KI is, it's basically Killer Instinct. And I know, Killer Instinct, the last one I recall, was on Microsoft's platform, the Xbox, whatever. It would be nice to see a new Killer Instinct. However, it'd be nice to see it on other platforms beside that. Shoot, I remember when Killer Instinct, I believe, was on Nintendo. I remember playing it literally in the arcades. It was a cool game. I never really got good at it. You know, when it came to that game, I think I was really super casual. But I could make the same argument. I don't think I was ever really that good at Mortal Kombat either. You know, but hey, I felt with the Mortal Kombat, I got into more so than the KI. But you know, I watched that video, and Maximoff, you know, shout out to him for bringing awareness to that. Ooh, got killed. But I felt that he made a really good point about that game. That you know, at this point, I guess the people that made that game, and some of the people, you know, things are just different now. Like, I guess the division that created don't even exist no more. As you know, it's like everything's much more expanded now, and it's just wild. It's all together. It's a whole different ball game. And the thing about that I find interesting is, you know, the people, you know, they still want to do it, but the problem is apparently there's no, I guess what you would say is no headliner for that game, and that makes things kind of difficult when you don't have a headliner. And you really need that, you know, someone to take the lead. But shoot, I can say that really with a lot of games, just in general. You need a lead person overall. I mean, if you don't have the lead person, it's just not going to work. You know, I mean, I would rather them sit up there and not make the game at all than rather just someone just come along and just, you know, just screw every damn thing up. But I don't know. I think when it comes to stuff like that, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's good to have awareness of it, you know, to keep it alive in the sense that, you know, that other people still know about it. That's always helpful. But, you know, with stuff like that, I'm not holding my breath either, because you know, I know for a while when it came to Street Fighter was gone for a long time, and you know, it is what it is with that. And when it came back, you know, I was excited, but you know, things weren't quite the same anymore. They were different, and you know, and sure, I got over it, but you know, I mean, I guess the question is, if a new KI did come to light, you know, I'm sure things would be different. I guess the question is, would I like it? I don't know. That's that's the main question. And I guess my other thing is, if they did come out with a new one, would the same thing apply? Would you just have to pay for characters and everything? And just, I mean, you know, would they take the same stance that all these other fighting games are going? Because I mean, I think it's more than just having, bring back some of the, make sequels or remakes. My thing is, like, what direction are you going into? Are you just going to follow the leader with everybody else, or do what everybody else is doing, or are you going to be better about stuff? That's always been one of my, it's one of my issues now. It's something that I'm seeing more of these days with games. A lot of them, I like what I see with stuff, but there's a lot of stuff I don't like, and that's a problem. And I feel like, I hate to sound like a broken record over and over again, but what we need, we need more games like Jedi Fallen Order. We need more games like that. We need to go back to a time when literally you didn't have to pay for everything. Everything should be in game. I would like to see a fighting game like that. I mean, actually, I can actually name one, actually, that where most of the stuff is in game, all the characters are there. There's not a lot of bull crap, but it's definitely a fun game. And I can tell you what game that is. Fantasy Strike. Fantasy Strike is a really cool game. Minus the simple fact, is you have to buy if you want the full experience, you had to buy the story mode. But I'm fine with that. I don't have I don't have issue with that. I got over it. I paid my $20, and I got I opened up the rest of the stuff in the game. There we go. Took his ass out. I'm still waiting for a Fantasy Strike 2. Really. In honesty, I would like to see that happen. Because the first one was great. I don't know what everyone else thought about that game, but I felt like that game had mad potential. For it to be the kind of game that it was. That's the thing, it's like the mechanics was simplistic, but at the same time, it's like it had that certain aspect to it that made it work. And I think that's the thing that I really liked about that game. It tackled some things that you just don't see in a lot of fighting games. I feel, I know some people say, oh, story doesn't make a difference in games. It's like, all that matters is people just want stuff that, just beat them up and smash and that sort of thing. But, some of us actually want substance in our fighting games. We don't just want this, beat 'em up type games. And I'm the type of person that, don't get me wrong, I love a good brawl just like anybody else does. But at the same time, I also like games that have a little bit more meat on the bones that, allows for this something more in depth than versus just the fight. But, that's just me personally. With Fantasy Strike, they went to subject matters like I think one of the characters was being put down for being gay or something like that. You don't see that kind of stuff in fighting games. You don't. Those kind of issues they don't really tackle real hardcore issues like that. Wait a minute. I see someone on an intro outer. Hey, what's going on? I see you. Shout out. Thanks for actually showing up. To my little whatever I'm doing here. I'm talking about gaming stuff, fighting. But I don't know. That's just my thing on that. Do you have on PS4 YT? I don't know what YT is. What is YT on PS4? Tell me what is YT. I don't know what that is. Oh, do I have YouTube? Yes, I do have YouTube on my PS4. Yes, I have YouTube. I have quite a number of things, actually. Yes, I have YouTube. I have Disney. Geez, I got so much stuff on here. It's crazy. From me, okay, from me. Let's see. Can you watch SM? Okay, what is SMTH? Someone tell me what that is, because I do not know what that is. I suck when it comes to these these variations here. All right, knock your tail out. Smith something. What is that? I'm so retarded when it comes to this stuff. Smite something. Okay, I don't know what that is. Anyway, moving on. I'm on something else I want to talk about too. There's another fighting game I would love for them to bring back, and and I know most likely it won't be showing up no time soon. I'm waiting for the next Virtual Fighter. I know they released a remake, which I was kind of like so with. Is sure or from something? Let me see. Shorter form. Smith is a shorter form or something. Shorter form. Okay. I'm still reading to see what this person was saying. Everyone else. Okay. Intro outer. Okay. But back on what I was saying. I'm waiting for another Virtual Fighter game to come out. I was cool with the one that they had, but you know what? My issue, I hate to whine about stuff. But, damn it. Jeez. This guy, this threw my gun away. That sucks. Got shot in the face. Yes! Ain't nothing like it. Anyway, like I said, the Virtual Fighter, it was alright, but my issue was they stripped it down. And looking at the version that I owned on PS3, it had much more to offer, and and I was upset about that. Really, and I hate to nitpick, and I know for some people, that might have been their first fighting game, and I'm not trying to take away from that, but man, I was just like, what the hell? It's just like you're just basically repackaging stuff. We need to stop doing that. We really do. Alright, this guy's coming out. Oh, I threw the gun away. Okay, we're grabbing the gun, shoot your ass. Come on. Yeah. Take your gun, shoot your tail in the head. Anyway, that's the end of that. But yeah, I don't know. It just annoyed the hell out of me. I mean, I downloaded the game because I'm gonna tell you what, I was not gonna pay for that game. No way in the world. I mean, all you got with that game was, okay, you had an arcade mode, no damn story mode. Everything else that was in the original version was just gone. And I was just like, okay, the hell with that. I mean, I'll play it. It moves cool. The voices and everything, graphically, it looks nice. Yeah, that's fine. I'm good with that. And moving on. Another game that I'm waiting for them to make a sequel. Where is the next Soul Calibur at? We need one of those. We really need one of those. It's just like been waiting forever for that. And don't get me wrong, I liked the Soul Calibur that we had, even though I was a little disappointed with the I don't know, with the whole thing, with the armor thing, with having to pay for the pack, because I'm used to stuff being in game. And don't get me wrong, you got some in game stuff there, but I feel like it was just still lacking. It was still really lacking, and I was just like, And I don't think I sat up there and I didn't buy the last packs, and there was some other packs, other characters came with it. I was still feeling once again that ripped off feeling, because you're you're dealing with somebody. I was born in 1977. Like, I know for some of y'all, I know y'all gonna say, "Damn, you're old as crap." Go to Google and type this link. I'll do that later, not right now. But I don't know. I'm just kind of like, I'm like, what the hell, I mean, like, at this point, I guess, I have a different perspective on games. This generation of gamers coming in, they see stuff, this is commonplace for them. They're just they're just like, okay, they're there, and this is what they know. But for those of us veterans that've been there, we know what it's like. We know what things used to be like back in the day. We know what it was like before you had microtransactions, before you had to pay for characters. When the only time you actually paid for anything was either if you was buying the game, or you was buying the expansion, or you had gaming money that was in the game that you earned, quote unquote. Wait a minute, give me a minute. Oh, got shot. But between that, that was the only time. That was the only time. Nowadays, this is like every little nook and cranny you gotta sit there and pay for. Oh boy, I'm still getting hit by this car. What the hell? Alright. Yeah, you are right on the old games was very nice. You damn right. You better believe. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, there's a lot of great stuff that we have today that we didn't have back then. I mean, granted, but at the same time, I feel like we've fallen so far. I just say to myself, like, what happened? All right, grab the gun, shoot your ass. I just don't know, And yes, Mario was a great game. It still is. Mario is still a great game. Grab this gun, snatch up this gun. Alright. Shoot you. Woo! Oh yeah. Took it to the chest. Yeah, but going back to what I was saying with, you know, fighting games. I mean, some people will never know the pain. Captain Cloud was a big game I've ever biggest player. Captain, I don't remember that one. Don't remember Captain Cloud. I do remember a game called Captain Skyhawk, and that was a pretty cool game. You know, that was I think that was like an airplane game, and you know, I really liked that game a lot. I don't know, I don't know, you know, it's just like, it just disgusts me, like some of the stuff that I see in gaming these days. It's like it's almost just like, okay, you know, the devs that make these games, it's like, well, you know, we're gonna make half a game, and you know, we're not gonna make the full game, and we're just gonna chop it up and sell part of the game, and then we're gonna take the other half of the game and we're gonna sell it to you for a certain price. You know, and it's like, what the hell, man? You know, we don't got time for that. You know, I got bills to pay. You know, I got other, you know, I want to have fun. You know, I don't want to have, you know, to have to be concerning myself with minor things like that. I know, I'm going to tell you something now. I'm going to say Maximoff, he made a point about something that was interesting. He was talking about getting into fighting games. When's the best time to get into fighting games? And don't get me wrong, I'm not completely disagreeing with him about getting into some fighting games, like when they're brand new, because it gives you an opportunity to learn. It does. However, there are pros and cons to that, I feel, because it's like, on one hand, I'm gonna say there is the money factor. There's that. And of course the other factor I'm gonna say with that is, I mean, I feel it can go either way. Like, you know, for some of us, getting brand new games right as soon as they are released, it can be good, but it can also, I guess it can also be bad, because then there's also the possibility the game might not be completely patched. There's that issue. Now, I mean, for me, it's not a completely big issue, but I mean, for me, my main issue with the whole getting into a fighting game soon as it comes out is a money issue. I'm trying to save money. Can you make a party and let me join it and talk? Dude, sure, at some point I will. Not right now. Buffering. Okay, I don't know what that is. But I guess I feel like, I don't know. It's a money thing. It's a money thing for me. And like, I know some people have more patience for other things, and I know some people, you know, have patience. I feel like I have more patience than most when it comes to the waiting thing, because for me, I can get into a game late and still have fun, you know. And like, I'm not down in Maximilian. Well, you know what he said. I mean, he makes some very good key points in his video. I mean, you know, I respect what he has to say 100%. You know, even though I don't agree with everything that he says. But, you know, yes, I mean, it is a good way to learn to, you know, getting in fighting games. I mean, it's not bad at all. You know, it's just like for some of us veterans, you know, we've been playing, you know, I've been playing fighting games for over 20 years. By no account do I consider myself an expert at fighting games. Not at all. However, you know, if I don't have to pay the full price for these games, I'll either, have my girlfriend sit there and, get it from the library, or I'll wait for the game to become free. Now, in some cases, certain games, certain fighting games, they will never be free. I don't know. It's like, I'm not gonna hold my breath for Guilty Gear Strive to become free, because I think right now too many people love that game. They just, everywhere I turn, somebody is talking about that game. And yes, I do want to play that game, very much so. However, I just don't want to pay that price. Really, I don't. Shoot, that's grocery money. That's gas and electric. And I'm gonna be funny. I'm gonna be funny and say this. When it comes to money, I save money like a Jew. My electric, my phone bill, all that stuff is really low. I keep everything low. I'm conservative on that. Very conservative. I only use what I need. However, now I'm not gonna say there are moments with certain things. If I want something bad enough, I will sit there and pay high price. I will. I have done it. If I want it bad enough, But it's kind of one of them things. All right, got his ass. Popped. Got him. Oh yeah. Got you. Nope. Oh hell. Get you with the Martini. Oh, hello. Almost got him. Almost. I was doing pretty good. But anyway, whatever. For those of y'all just getting in here, I'm basically talking about fighting games and my little stuff with them. But get back. See you later. Intro, outer, maker. It was definitely good talking to you, or seeing you. Thanks for the support. Thanks for just this coming out. But like I was saying, with fighting games, I just don't wanna sit there and pay high price. I really don't. I like playing fighting games, but they're pricey. They're pricey as fuck. Ooh. Gotcha. Okay, where is the bullets coming from? Gotcha. Alright, gotcha. But moving on to other games, other fighting games that I really like, that have been been a real winner for me. And I'm gonna tell you another classic one, and I'm still waiting. I heard like a I heard like a little tidbit about it. What was it? Bloody Roar. That's a fighting game I would love for them to set up there and bring back. But you know, I mean, once again, I'm gonna say it again. I'm not holding my breath on it. You know, if they bring it back, great. If they don't, you know, I'm just wanting, you know, once again, I'm kind of, my main concern is, well, okay, if they bring it back, you know, what am I gonna have to deal with? You know, in general, am I gonna have to go through the same, you know, bull crap, and you know, what's gonna be the caveat to that? That's what I want to know. Oh Lord, I gotta get through. Crack your ass in the head. But yeah, I don't know, I feel like I don't know where these fighting games are going nowadays. It's been really throwing me for a loop for some of the stuff that's coming out. And don't get me wrong, some of the stuff I see looks cool. I mean, like, one fighting game in particular I really liked, and even though I had to pay for characters, I still bought it anyway. Mortal Kombat 11, great game, really great. I mean, I love that game to death. I mean, you know, so many characters, so much stuff. I mean, however, I was kind of a little disappointed with some of the DLC. I wish that, you know, I guess I wish we could have got a little more with that, more characters, rather than, you know, it just seemed like it started off strong, and it just seemed like it just kind of went, ooh, and like that, doo, it just kind of just digressed, just went, you know, and I was just like, I'm just like, okay, you know. I'm like, whatever. I stopped playing the game. I haven't played it since, you know. Maybe I'll go back to it. Who knows? Hard to say. You know, and that's kind of like where I'm at with that. You know, and I know with Street Fighter, I'm just kind of like, ugh, whatever. I know one of my friends downloaded it and started playing. They said it was having fun, but I think they said it was getting their ass kicked or whatever. I know when it comes to fighting games, I ain't worrying about if I get destroyed. If I get destroyed, I get destroyed. You know, as I said before, I've been playing fighting games for a long time. It's not like I can't sit there and catch on to stuff. Eventually, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. If it's just annoying me that much, I mean, I'll just stop and I'll just move on. You know, it's what it is. You know, if I need to learn something, that degree, I will. You know, I mean, that's the way it is. But I know for newbies, for people who, you know, new to certain stuff, it might be a different issue. You know, some people just don't got the patience for that, and you know, I get it. You know, and that's understandable. I mean, I'm not gonna judge you. But I mean, that's just kind of my feelings on that. You know, I hope all of y'all out there are enjoying the video. This video I know is running a little long. I think I talked about pretty much everything that I needed to talk about, and I think I'm gonna close it up. But yeah, I think I'm gonna close it up for the most part. I'll make another one. I don't know what the next one is gonna be about. You know, I don't know what part of the world y'all in or where y'all at. But you know, thanks for tuning in. You know, have a great day, have a great night, whatever the case may be. If it's hot where it is, like it is here, just keep yourself hydrated. You know, by drinking water, all that good stuff. Be safe. And I will see y'all in the future. This is Q Doma. Out.